Hello, I'm Tayo, and this is Fade and Cut. When you think Beyonce, you think world-class performer, singer, and entertainer. Even if you're not a member of the Beehive, you cannot ignore her influence on the pop culture landscape. But it wasn't until Lemonade where we can add director and visual artist to that list. Lemonade, presented as a standalone film, is an outstanding work of art both visually and musically. Sadly, many news outlets have given their 2 cents on Lemonade, but they only focus on Becky with the good hair and other superficial buzz and clickbait. Although a good number of writers have talked about Lemonade as a piece promoting black feminism, not many have really delved into the visuals and their importance. The Lemonade visual album, which premiered on HBO, is one of the very few, if not only, music videos of our generation that was released as a theatrical event. Yes, theatrical is up for interpretation, but that's the 21st century for you. It's reminiscent of the release of Thriller, the iconic music video by Michael Jackson, in theaters. When Beyonce struck out on her own, her music videos were very entertaining but could not be considered groundbreaking. Her first major hit music video, Crazy in Love, is your stereotypical hip-hop music video. Quick cuts, lens flares, generic locations, the works. Yet, as she grows into her own musically, she has grown visually as well. You could argue that her album, Beyonce, the album that she dropped without notice in 2013, represented the peak of her visual maturity, especially because she created a music video accompanying every track. But what makes Lemonade stand out is the fact that it's presented as a film, not just a series of videos. Presenting Lemonade as a standalone film with her songs strewn throughout shows her fans she has a lot more to say as an artist. So let's dive in, shall we? What's remarkable about Lemonade is that not just one, not just two, but 6 directors are credited with directing Lemonade alongside Beyonce. 7 cinematographers are credited as well. So with all those different visual artists in the kitchen, how did Lemonade still work as a seamless piece? It's clear that Lemonade has a narrative arc. As the story evolves from intuition, depression, anger, and finally forgiveness and liberation, the visual tone changes as well. Although there's multiple collaborators and artistic voices and interpretations, Beyonce crafted the overall look so that it seamlessly flows. As we follow Beyonce on this emotional journey, there are technical shifts, visual cues, if you will, that signal a change in tone, whether within a section or as a transition. One example is the aspect ratio, or literally the shape of the frame. In Don't Hurt Yourself, arguably her most volatile track, the aspect ratio changes the most frequently, as if the walls of her life are collapsing on her. Those changes are noticeably fewer in other songs until towards the end for All Night. Here, the aspect ratio changes to incorporate the vast landscapes when she looks off into the distance as if calling us to do the same. Also, when she incorporates archival footage, she switches to a 4x4 or square ratio, offering a peek into her past as well as incorporating a look inside the daily lives of everyday people throughout the country. Lemonade draws from many visual references, but most notably draws from Daughters of the Dust, the first feature directed by an African-American woman to be distributed in the US. The visual motifs of women banding together in the water, in nature, during love drought, no doubt evokes the strong black feminism roots of the film. So it's not surprising that after the release of Lemonade, it was announced that Daughters of the Dust would be re-released in theaters and film festivals. We also see a lot of changes in saturation throughout the film. Although the transitions between black and white and color seem random at times, usually the black and white moments signal a moment of reflection and processing. I love how Lemonade uses these changes to also signal time passing. Black and white footage gives a tone of nostalgia, as if you're looking in a history book. With the references to the Gothic South, that tonal shift to black and white makes sense. Yet, by the end of the film, all the footage is in color, showing that she's living in the present, the here and now. She also uses lighting and camera movement very effectively. Similar to the videos in the Beyonce album, the lighting creates a sense of mystery, depth, and meaning. whether it's hard artificial light like in 6-inch Heels to evoke a sense of anger and distance, or bright natural light seen in All Night Long, the lighting helps to communicate the emotional tone. Locations and visual motifs also play a significant role in evoking a response throughout the piece. At our most volatile, songs take place in abandoned places, concrete garages, places that evoke coldness and hardness. Yet when she reaches a place of reconciliation, the songs take place in nature and in homes, making us feel more at peace. Lastly, Beyonce uses natural elements frequently. Fire is seen continuously throughout the film, at times to represent fury, anger, and rage, but also as a visual representation similar to a phoenix. Yes, fire burns, but in its place, something better comes anew. Water is also frequently present. At times, it's presented as a prison, suffocating. Yet mostly, water is depicted as a source of renewal and release. Let's take a closer look at the song Freedom, one of my favorite tracks from the album. In the prelude of the song with Hope, the natural landscape and the color puts us at ease. Then when the song begins, the image is black and white with fire in the foreground. Throughout the song, the frame size and the saturation change frequently, showing how the past and present collide. At times, the women are sitting at a table in black and white, evoking the tradition of breaking bread. At others, actresses who are known for their untraditional entries into the industry, Quvenzhané Wallis for her age and Winnie Harlow for her skin condition vitiligo, stand out in color scenes as if living in the legacy of the past, in the present day. The ballet dancer throughout is a powerful statement because she is expressing herself in an art form that tends to exclude people from different backgrounds, especially African American women. The song ends with sweeping long takes with Beyonce and other actresses known for their activism sitting on trees, symbolizing strength and endurance. What's intriguing is how, in the beginning of the song, we start with a long take plan, and in the end, the camera creates distance between the viewers and Beyonce as if she is again maintaining her privacy between her audience and herself. What I love about Lemonade is that not only is the camera work beautiful and evocative, but there's also so many layers, motifs, and symbols embedded in the aesthetic that it merits watching multiple times. As a Black woman and as a filmmaker, I am inspired by how Beyonce uses her art to speak her truth and incorporate other diverse voices in the mix. You know Beyonce is not just an entertainer, but a strong visual artist when she causes all this conversation.
Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper. Hi, thank you so much for watching. This was my very first video essay, so I hope you enjoyed it. And Fade and Cut is the beginnings of a channel where I'll explore other cinematic topics. So if you liked it, share it, give me your thoughts and feedback. I really appreciate it. And if a lot of people like this one and share it with their friends, I'll definitely be more motivated to make another one. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.